weekend there in Vandalized. Someone took the Quran and basically took a graph on it and left it at their doorstep. And a lot of us believe it's incredibly wrong, obviously. And being here in Texas, we see a lot of that stuff here, which is really sucks. And anyway, so I just kind of wanted to show this. This was a pretty good turnout here. I wish there was more people here. And they're about to kind of do a press conference, I think, so I'm going to kind of keep broadcasting during this. I'm here on Periscope, and I just took a tour of the Islamic Center. It's very interesting and very fascinating. I have a lot of respect. I have a lot of friends who are practice, so I'm kind of here in support of my friends too. And I see that here in wine rooms here, and here, you know how much I take part in. So I think I really miss stuff happens, and I really miss some friends. So anyway, it's gonna I gotta show this one to the side. I think it's great. I think over the shoulder, but I'm gonna show this again. I think that sign is brilliant. I love it. What happened just a few days ago is someone took the Quran and they basically put it on and left it at the doorstep of this home, which is horrible and certainly lack respect for anything. I think it's incredibly wrong. And so they had put in kind of a press conference. I like that a lot. I didn't want to interrupt you.
Hi everybody. We're going to offer our prayers. You guys are most welcome to join us, observe. It's going to be like 5 minutes or so. And just take off your shoes, come inside, observe us pray. And the folks who have to pray, come join us for prayer. And don't observe. And then we'll be back out here in 5 or 10 minutes. So please come join us.
Can we video? Is that okay?
Yeah, cameras are fine.
Okay.
Just the shoes.
Okay.
Make sure to take off your shoes either outside or here in the corner.
Okay. So it's good. So I'm going to be quiet. We're just going to watch and be as respectful as possible. Here.
Roughly about 5 minutes. was something called the call for the prayer. We call it Adhan in Arabic prayer. And the call for the prayer is just glorifying God, asking people to come to prayer, come to success.
Yeah, I'm trying to call him.
And all our friends, please to come in and take a look at this. You take off your shoes.
I also find
Yeah, as long as you're taking off your shoes, please come inside.
in the purse. These guys pray like 6 times a day, and the prayers are about according to like sunrise and sunset and where the sun's position throughout the day. That was interesting.
The mosque in the Oasis Mosque, and it's a silent prayer. You know, it's not vocal, and once we start, we just ask everyone to stay silent, observe it.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
You have a phone, please turn off.
Yours, please make sure they don't. Make sure your cell phone goes back. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. الله أكبر. Thank you. الله أكبر. أكبر
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر. الله أكبر. ربنا ولك الحمد. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
What you just observed is the afternoon prayer. This is as a silent prayer. Muslims are around the world, when they pray, they face the city of Mecca, right? That's the first. We believe that's the first house established to worship God there. And if you stand there in Mecca, actually there's the Kaaba, the house, the building itself, and people make circles around it when they pray. And those circles just continue to grow as you go further. So really, while you see these lines as straight, they're actually in a bigger virtual circle across the globe, with people standing in one big line, circling the city of Mecca. As you can see, Muslims, they have like one person who leads the prayer, and they follow him. Those who came in late, they could join, and they finish up whatever they have missed, and they continue worship. Some prayers, especially the one at night, the one at sunset, and the one after night, and the one in the dawn, is some verbal, so you could hear the Imam reciting some verses, but the one during the day are silent, and each one reciting himself. What they were reciting while they're standing is some verses from the Holy Quran. The first chapter of the Quran is required, so it's about 7 verses. And then after that, anything that you want from us from the Holy Quran. And after that, you can make any free-form prayers you want to God, asking for forgiveness, asking for mercy, for support, whatever you want. It's a free form. And when the prayer is done, again, people just sit down for a minute or two, asking for for guidance and for help and for assistance. And that's how we Muslims pray.
Inshallah, Sheikh Omar will be talking, just giving a small, short talk about our faith, Islam, about our neighbors, the rights of neighbors in Islam, and just to kind of, our goal behind this, I wanted to thank Ms. Karen Dominguez for setting this up, and we are thrilled with the support that we have received, and it just goes to show you that every community has their outliers, but the large main body of the community, as long as people get to know each other on a person-to-person basis, there's love and harmony there. And we intend to talk about, we intend to have a formal open house sometime after the holidays. Everybody's traveling. So this was definitely put together in like 3-4 days. So it's very impromptu. But something more formal, more organized would be done after the holidays. And we'll try to set it up and do it over social media and over traditional media, where we'll say, here's a mosque, we are welcoming every one of you. Those who are present, we are giving that welcome, giving that invitation today, but we'll put out formally later on. So I'll give it over to Sheikh Omar so he can just talk a little bit about Islam, about neighbors, and whatever else you
I would like to thank everybody for being here. And it makes us feel really good to see our neighbors coming together and coming together for a common cause. And the common cause is to help one another and support one another for the sake of being human beings. We're all human beings. There is a passage in the Quran that says, we have created you and we have made you into different tribes and nations so that you may get to know one another. So the purpose of us being in the world is so that we may get to know one another. One of the statements of the Prophet, peace be upon him, that is said from the pulpit almost every single week, and that we hear over and over again, Muslims hear it over and over again, is that the Prophet, peace be upon him, he said that the Muslim, the believer, is the one from whose hands and tongue people are safe. And in another statement he said, the believer is the one from whom everybody is safe, concerning their wealth, concerning their lives. So these are the beautiful teachings of Islam. The Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Quran emphasizes over and over again the importance of being kind to neighbors. And an event like this, it's so important for us to come together because this is just the beginning. Henry Ford, he says, one of his quotes, he says, coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success. So I think that's something we can all live by. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. And working together is success. It's a beautiful quote from Henry Ford. And I would like to thank you all again for coming here. I'd like to thank the media outlets for covering this. And the message we want to get out to everybody is that it's important we understand the human aspect of every single person, of our neighbors, that yes, we may have a different religion, we may look different, we may have a different color, but at the end we're all human beings. And all religions emphasize the importance of being kind to neighbors. Where I serve at the UT Mosque, and we have a fraternity next door to us. And the fraternity comes over to the mosque and participates in our events. And sometimes we go over there and we play ping pong with them on their property. So this is the spirit of uniting, coming together. This is the spirit of America, what Henry Ford mentioned. And I think this is something we can all agree upon. People of all faiths, people of all backgrounds, whether you believe or not, we can all agree that we are all human beings and we need to respect one another despite our differences. Thank you very much again.
You can stick around. If you have questions, we're happy to answer them for you. There's like a couple of free literature in the back. If you want to Thank you.
Alright, let's pick a spot over here.
The mosque was vandalized just a couple of days ago by a group of players. Where are my shoes? There's one. Okay. Wow.
My name is Shaquille Chowdhury.
and I work and live in Round Rock. I'm a husband and a father of 2 beautiful daughters and a son. My 2 daughters were born and raised for the better part of their lives right here in Plugerville, actually. Today I want to share my thoughts and gratitude for all of you joining us. Actually, family, neighbors are the people that we depend on in most times of strife and calamity and times of need. A bad relationship with neighbors can make life very difficult. We all know that. Common logic. It's important that people who share neighborhoods like we do right here in Plugerville trust and guide each other regardless of who or neighbors must feel secure that both their honor, their wealth, and their property are safe. My Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, described a good neighbor as the one of the joys in a Muslim's life. So a good neighbor is highly, highly valued. You guys are highly valued in our lives. He also said, among the things that bring happiness to a believer in this life are a righteous neighbor. So a good neighbor is one who guarantees comfort, security, and safety. And I can say that the Muslims of Plugerville and the greater Austin area truly have great neighbors. And I want to share a verse from my holy book, the Quran, the very same book that was defaced and spread over books on the doorstep right behind me here. This is from chapter 4, verse 36. Worship God and join none with him in worship, and do good to parents, relatives, orphans, the poor, the neighbor of who is near of kin, the neighbor of who is a stranger, the companion by your side, the traveler you meet, and what your right hand possesses. Verily, God does not like such are proud and boastful. Thank you for coming. It means the world to us.
Hoping more people show up. Let's get like another 100 people go on out.
Thank you all for coming out here in the windy but wonderful afternoon to express your solidarity with the community. Your presence here proves one more time that Plugerville is the best community. We are proud citizens of Plugerville. Plugerville is the best residential community and the friendliest city on earth. Here in Plugerville, we foster friendship and fellowship and reject bigotry and hatred in all forms and shapes. For friendship, we live here in Plugerville, and for friendship, we will die here. Thanks again, and have a wonderful weekend out here in the beautiful city of Plugerville.
Well, they did come. I did meet them, but I'm going to because we have a gift for him. There's a present for Jack that we want to give to him on behalf of the Muslims of Plugerville and Austin and Texas. Hey, Jack!
My little guy, he gave him I'm not sure it's right. There you go.
Spicy too. I have to be spicy. Spicy, I don't even handle spicy things.
Yeah.
Okay? Please help yourself, you guys. We are from behind. Right there.
I'm sorry. Do you know what this is?
You know what? I'm not sure. Actually, not in my culture.
It's called bakura.
So it is Bakura? Oh, yeah.
Is it rude to reach from behind?
Fried in oil.
I'm gonna grab a cupcake.
Those are spices I love.
I'm gonna grab a cupcake. These look good. Thank you guys. Okay, so there we go. I'm glad there was a good turnout here. Having good cafe. He was terrible. Meeting them was very cool and nice. So we have an American flag. All religions, all beliefs. They can all come together. And the food here is fantastic. The bread, juice boxes, and yummy stuff. So it was a very, very, very good experience. And it put a smile on my face today. Okay, I'm going to shut off for now. Thanks to everybody for watching.